We've got some really cool news here for you today for NASCAR Heat 4. As many of you guys probably already heard, in NASCAR Heat 4, you're going to be able to run any track with any car combination, with of course the exception of Eldora and the dirt stuff. Apparently, custom schedules are going to be in NASCAR Heat 4. So before we dive into it, let's give you a look at this new clip, Trucks at Watkins Glen gameplay.
Rated E for everyone.
Ready? Green flag, green flag. Right side's clear. Left side. Left side. Clear left. Still there? You're clear all around there. Careful, still there. Clear left. Left side. You got room, you're clear there. Right side, clear all around there. Left side's clear. You got room, you're clear there. Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there. Left side's clear.
So we'll talk about the gameplay clip here in just a minute. First off, I do want to tell you, yes, so apparently we're going to have custom schedules in NASCAR Heat 4. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to customize them ourselves. Once again, we'll be able to take any car to any track with the exception of the dirt stuff, which again, a big physics issue. You can't even really do that with iRacing. But NASCAR Heat 4 will have presets, some preset schedules with some of the new tracks incorporated throughout the schedule. While it is disappointing that you can't customize it yourself, this is a huge step, and I love this feature. These are the little options that I love that you add on to pre-existing things that are already there, like the season mode. You could run the season mode all the way back to NASCAR Heat Evolution. Now you have this option that you can change around the schedule, and you can run different schedules, with the option of different tracks for all three series, which is huge. And I'm very confident down the road we'll definitely be able to have the option to throw our own schedule together, which would be huge on so many levels. I mean, once again, it's the beginning of a beautiful little feature. It's one of those things, like the possibilities are endless when it comes to like online league racing, single player. I mean, there's so much stuff you can do with it. And of course, once we, get the ability to hopefully change the schedule the way we want to and, insert the tracks here and there. Once again, we can't quite do that yet with NASCAR Heat 4, but I definitely would imagine we'll see that down the road. So, of course, we got this promo video with Trucks at Watkins Glen, another great example of, taking the Truck Series. Watkins Glen is not currently on the Truck Series schedule, but you're going to be able to do that in NASCAR Heat 4. You're going to be able to take the trucks to any of the other pavement tracks like Watkins Glen. NASTrucks back at Watkins Glen, how cool is that? Of course, trucks at the Roval, Cup cars at Iowa, Cup cars at really any of the new road courses now with most sports, Road America, Mid-Ohio. We'll throw Gateway into that conversation, so there's a lot of cool stuff, man, with that. But yeah, I do definitely want to take a look at it here. So of course, it's always kind of hard to gauge a lot of the gameplay, especially these are short races, and it looks like they're on easy mode because whoever's playing as my man Ross Chastain here is flying by a lot of guys. But one thing I noticed a lot, there's a lot of tire chatter. It's definitely not near as out of control as it was in NASCAR Heat 3, and I really appreciate that. The road courses were absolutely wild. One thing I really liked here, you see Natalie Decker, almost cut off Ross Chastain there. About tore up another truck there. But, so a lot of stuff. Honestly, it looks pretty cool. One of the biggest things for me is that, once again, it's really hard to gauge. Short races, probably easier difficulty. But yeah, the tire chatter sounds pretty cool. You can see it chattering a little bit when you get off in the corners, a little bit harder. One of the things, the one thing I really don't like about this is coming up right there. Ross Chastain lays the wood to Tyler Dipple, and you can still see the AI still seems really stiff, especially when you get in the back bumper of him. I mean, that's really about the only thing that I don't like about this. I would have liked to see him move around a little bit more, move more out of the groove, going into the carousel there. But other than that, it all looks pretty good. The track looks a lot faster now. I love the clips with the motion blur now. It seems like you're actually going the speed you're supposed to be going. So I really appreciate that. And once again, it is incredibly cool to be able to take the NASTrucks to Watkins Glen in NASCAR Heat 4. So with that, definitely let me know down below in the comments what track car combination you're going to try first in NASCAR Heat 4. I'm definitely taking NASTrucks somewhere. The Roval, Road America maybe, I don't know. I love me some NASTrucks. Anyways, so the second half of this video, I did want to touch on some stuff you might have heard about, you might not have. Recently, Jeff Favignano did a great interview with a 704's community guy, Zane. And there's a lot of great stuff brought up in that interview. I'll definitely link it down below in the description so you guys can check it out. It's like an hour long. It's great about NASCAR Heat 4. A lot of stuff to learn. Just some of the stuff I wanted to talk a little bit about that was brought up in that video. Apparently, side drafting is improved, something that feels like almost non-existent in NASCAR Heat 3. And I mean, if it's anything close to the aero packages, your side drafting is going to be very, very, very important. Hopefully, we'll be able to side suck and really, work the draft that way in NASCAR Heat 4. One of the biggest things with NASCAR Heat 4 is the physics, right? A lot of the talk this year has been with the pavement physics and just everything's been overhauled so much graphically and all the physics. Apparently, the dirt physics have been completely redone, and I gotta say it's one of the few things like I really didn't care for NASCAR Heat 3 for one reason or another. But the dirt physics, they weren't really great. It took me a long while to figure out how to set up the car to actually feel like a dirt car. I feel like one of the things that really kind of was a drawback was the pre-setups that they gave you already, like the way they were set up. It just weren't set up really to handle like a dirt car, aside from the physics anyways. But apparently all that is overhauled now. So I'm looking forward to getting sideways and really tearing it up in that aspect. Of course, you guys know we will be able to start anywhere in the career mode. I know you guys are looking forward to the career mode videos. And although I could just start in the Cup Series if I wanted to, I'm going to be starting at the Extreme Dirt Tour again and working my way up. So we'll definitely test out the Dirt Tour stuff. Of course, I got to mention this in here. I'm going to take half a point credit for this. I have been told that the green-white checkered bug, the caution on the white flag lap that doesn't end the race, is now fixed. I guarantee you we will test that out at some point during NASCAR Heat 4, but I've been told it's fixed. That has plagued the game for 2 years now. I was very vocal about it. I'm taking my half a point and I'm running. While we're on the topic of things that have plagued the game in the last 2 years, the AI and the tire wear and the pit strategies, apparently that has been hopefully fixed. Now, they said from Heat 2 to Heat 3, the pit strategies were fixed. More or less, what I understand is that at least for Heat 4, we're going to have tire wear, which is going to fix a lot of things for the AI. Now that they'll be able to wear the tires, it's going to fix a whole lot of things. The racing and the races are going to be a lot more realistic. Obviously, the pitting is going to be a lot better. One of the things that just aggravated me so much with Heat 3 is that there was no tire wear. So when you had to pit because your tires were awful at 20 laps into a run, the AI didn't have to. Even though they would come down for fuel, they wouldn't even take tires. They didn't need to. So this time, a lot of things should be fixed. The racing should be a lot better now that there's accurate tire wear. You should be able to come down pit road and not lose 35 spots because everybody else's tires don't wear. Again, another big deal it seems like with Heat 4 is a lot of the dynamic lines, a lot of the cars switching back and forth between lines. So I think, if everything comes into play here, this is going to be a pretty fun year. That's some of the stuff that you really appreciate coming out of a NASCAR console game. Okay, this was a little brief thing that I found from this interview that I appreciate. And if there's anybody out there who makes NASCAR Heat videos of any kind, we'll appreciate this probably. Even if you don't, even if you're just a big screenshot guy, I know a lot of guys like take screenshots and cool pictures throughout the races and stuff like that. Apparently in the replay mode, it's gotten a lot different. And biggest thing for me, there won't be any tags and hopefully no overlays for NASCAR Heat 4. I about lost my mind trying to Photoshop thumbnails for NASCAR Heat 3, trying to Photoshop little tags out of the way and logos and stuff like that you could not toggle off for Heat 3. That was another thing I was very vocal about. So I look forward to those not being there or those being able to be toggled off for NASCAR Heat 4. And then I could just take a clean screenshot of whatever crash, cool finish, whatever. A little bit of career mode details. So one really, really cool detail, and one thing I absolutely love with NASCAR Thunder 2004, and I know a lot of you guys Okay, it's a love-hate relationship, but I love the feature as itself. So the pit crews are obviously a big deal in NASCAR Thunder 2004. The way they can screw up your pit stop, they can make mistakes. You can have slow pit stops, you can have fast pit stops, and of course, you can hire better pit crew members over time. So it looks like we're gonna get a good chunk of that in NASCAR Heat 4. We'll be able to upgrade and build your pit crew. So obviously we don't know exactly how it's totally going to work, but apparently there is a way you will be able to upgrade your pit crew and at least make them faster, which I appreciate, man. It's little stuff like that, man, that you want to throw into the career mode just to make it that, little bit deeper. And I love stuff like that. That's great. And if we do get pit crew mistakes, trust me, you'll hear about them. It's bad enough that we have such a slow car, but you guys really don't make it any better. I don't know how we still have these pit road mistakes. Unbelievable. 19-second stop. Fuck each and every one of you, really. Another small little detail that was an absolute necessity for me in career mode. Apparently now if you're driving for a team or if you signed a contract with a pre-existing team, you will have your name on the little name rail on the back of the cars, which is incredibly cool. Again, another small little detail, but for whatever reason hasn't been able to been done in the previous career mode. So I'm thinking if we can at least have that, I'm hoping maybe we can have rookie stripes and little stuff like that now too. I can't confirm the rookie stripes. I don't know if anybody's talked about that yet, but yeah, apparently you will be able to have your name on the back windshield with the little name rail. So I love that. So I think that's honestly really about it. I've talked about a lot of the stuff that I want to talk about. Obviously, there's a lot of news coming out, every day now it seems, with little stuff and little details. So still at this point, obviously, I have not played the game at all. This is going off of what I've been told, what I've seen, what I've read. I can tell you the digital pre-orders are live now, so you should be able to pre-order on Xbox and PS4 now, digital editions of the game. I know a lot of people have been wondering when that was going to happen, so if you want to pre-order the game online on your console, you can do that now. Let me know how you guys are feeling and whether you're going to pick up the game or not. If you want to see me play it, don't worry. I'm going to play it as soon as I possibly can and post it and get some videos out for you. And I plan on having a fun time with it this year. Of course, career mode videos are going to be back. We'll be doing some sub streams every week. We're getting down to it, man. We're getting really close to release, and I'm really excited. It's a fun time of year. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's NASCAR Heat 4 video. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. It helps me out a ton. But that'll do it for me. Appreciate y'all for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.